Welcome to episode 2 of the California Economic Stimulus Crusade battle, if you will, to pay off the California federal student loan debt of $1.3 billion. Just to begin things off, I'd like to first of all thank everyone who I've ever met, who I've ever crossed paths with. What an opportunity it has to be able to grow and to become the woman that I've become. And so, with that, the agenda for the second episode will be to just briefly touch back on my history because I'm not going to forget where I came from. As much as I'd like to, I'm not going to be able to. And so, then I'd like to fill in some of the gaps on my education and also address the naysayers. And I hope to be able to persuade with my story as to how I got here and why I need your help, and more importantly, why you ought to empathize with the residents of California, because it's not just about me. So first of all, let's go back to my education a little bit, because after I had an injury working as a pile driver, I didn't just go right back into Long Beach City College. I actually became rehabilitated through the building inspection and concrete institutes. I became a licensed concrete inspector, and after that I studied building inspection and specialty inspection from the ICBO and over in Whittier, California, for concrete, pre-stress, and masonry. It was during that time I was also working on my associate's degree, and that in and of itself was a challenge. I went to 5, 6, or 7 different junior colleges during that time. So but by the time I got done, I felt very wide-eyed. And so after I finished my master's degree, let's fast forward, I did two degrees at Purdue and come to Cal State Fullerton. After that, I became a civil servant. And so part of that was I also became a whistleblower. And in that, I was suppressed and my aspirations dwindled to, I don't have any hope of aspiring to anything more than I am right now, and that's a professional subordinate. And I'm surrounded by people who don't like me, that treat me unkindly because of the complaints that I filed about being bullied and whatever. Anyway, it brings me to where I'm at. I owe so much money. So let's get back to the real problem. It's not just about me, after all. It's about this $1.3 billion. Let's get going with a public service announcement so that we can get you other people out there in California that have student loan debt. Get yourself a video. Do this. This is episode 2. There'll be more. We're going to be in this battle until we have succeeded and paid off this $1.3 billion. Now, how are we going to do that? We're going to tap businesses, millionaires, send this video up the hierarchy of life to those who have been grown, born, earned wealth all their life. In California alone, there's over 1 million millionaire households. Come on, people. Can't you please help? Look at California's burn areas. How many of those people do you think had student loans? I don't know. Many. I would imagine many. Speaking of imagination, let's have a quick visualization here. If we remember the Hands Across America, I was with my mom and brother when that happened. We were in downtown Los Angeles. I think my mom was over by the Queen Mary with my brother. And so let's imagine just for a moment Hands Across California. So just for a moment, think about it. Our whole population stretched sidewinding across the state. Now let's take a moment and darken out, shadow out the people who have student debt. And look at the gaps in our social order, darkened by debt. stress, dis-ease. But let's quickly move into another space. Let's imagine that these multimillionaires and these patriotic billionaires, millionaires, have stepped up and said, you know what, California, we're going to come over there and invest in you. And so I say to them, please come. And when they do, and when they pay off that loan, that hand reaches back up and joins our crusade of economic growth. And so I say to you, please consider helping us. So let's get back to what happened after high school for me, because I didn't just get here somehow. I played softball with a great bunch of women, the Amateur Softball Association. In fact, my coach, Maxine Thayer, her and I are sitting here. I didn't get permission to use this photo, so I'm sorry. Here's some of our trophies. We traveled around America. We were one of the top-ranked teams for many years in the 70s. I started playing with them in 1967, 68. After that time, I moved to California. A machinist, pile driver, got injured, went back to school. I was raped by my biological father. I was raped by Sally Mae, and I've been raped of my professional growth. And so I tell you, 3 times in my life, 3 periods of heartbreaking, 3 needles in my heart. I am asking you to come to California to help us, to help me, because we want to participate in the economy and in the lives of our family and friends. We want to be able to contribute. And if I don't have to pay this $645 to the Department of Education, I'll contribute to my community, to my city. I love this city. I have a passion for knowledge, and I have a passion for life. And I say to you, again, you come here and touch 1 million lives, those people will touch another 1 million lives. Can we have a survey at the concerts and the baseball games? Do a survey, see how many people you have in your audience that owe student debt. How about Hollywood? Get those game show people. Ellen, do a survey in your audience, Ellen. Ask the people out there how many of them have student debt. How about you, K-Earth 101? I'm still stuck on that because I think we could do something with that hump day. I think that K-Earth 101 could be a bridge. A bridge. And I think that you could do that on the Say It and Pay It. You can do it. You know, if you know the game bingo, just put everybody's name in there. Pull it out. If you don't have enough money, just do a match. Millionaires throw in 10,000 and have your friends match it. See how far that can go. See what kind of web we can build. See what kind of bridges we can build. Speaking of bridges, this is how it's going to look. This is where we're headed. We're going to pay off this $1.3 billion. We have to do it. It is so critical for us right now. How many people are suffering from the fires? How many people are suffering? Wouldn't this be perfect time, Thanksgiving? Wouldn't it be great just to come out here, invest, give a gift of life to these families, and look at the web. We can build a web across this state that will be the envy. We will, again, we're leaders. Talk about that. If we pay off that debt, maybe there's somebody in here in this $1.3 billion that's going to help California overcome these problems with education. Look, my alma mater, Long Beach Community College, is already giving away, hey, come over here, graduate from one of these high schools, and you get a free ticket for 2 years. Find a program in there you like. Please, come to California, help us. Play this forward. Stay tuned for our next exciting episode, which will be another update. Thank you all. Good day Good luck and good night.